3, 2, 1. Let's see how this supercar made into a rally car does on this fantastic circuit. Off we go. Look at the way I'm able to kind of just drift it and slide around those corners, and without really much effort, you can really control it, have a bit of fun with it. Straighten up. Let's get tight into that corner. Tight, 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 tight. Let it go. Let it slide a bit, and then off you go. Now this is the Huracán Sterrato, the Lamborghini Huracán Sterrato, and more than likely this will be the last Huracan ever to be produced, and for that reason only, Lamborghini have wanted to make a very, very special car indeed. Now let me get to the facts and figures. Under the bonnet sits a 5.2 liter naturally aspirated V10 producing 610 brake horsepower. That will get you 650 Newton meters of torque, and it's paired with the 7-speed automatic gearbox, flappy paddles, of course. Now, it'll get you to 100 kilometers in just 3.5 seconds, all the way up to 200 in 9.5 seconds, and a top speed of 260 kilometers an hour. Now, fundamentally, this is a supercar, but it is a supercar rally car. It is very, very capable. It has been reinforced in many, many different ways. Its styling, as you can see, has also become a very kind of rally car. Now, without further ado, I'd like to kind of go around the car and tell you a little bit more about it. Right in the front over here, you've got these wonderful rally lights that are optional extras, but why would you not get them? They look absolutely fantastic. So that is one thing you can see. The car, if you take the Evo as a base, is about 44 millimeters higher than the Evo to give you that all-important clearance, of course. So that is, you know, that kind of gets you through these gravel roads. Perhaps important to kind of mention that Sterrato means graveled roads. So where we are right now is the perfect condition, the perfect area to test this wonderful car. It's at the Nardò circuit, right on the heel of Italy. Now, let's continue with our tour. I'd like to show you a little bit the side of the car, because the side is full of these reinforced side skirts. So that makes the car about 30 millimeters wider in the front and about 30 millimeters wider in the back, giving it more kind of bush feel. And of course, you get these Bridgestone tires, bespoke Bridgestone tires that they were already in the Bridgestone calendar, but they've been bespoke, they've been fine-tuned for the Sterrato to give you that all-important, they're all kind of terrain tires, that all-important grip and what you may need. On the top, the roof has been reinforced also. It's been reinforced now, it can carry about 50 kilograms, and as you can see, you've got a spare tire here, you can put your skis on top, you can put, you know, all sorts of different things. You can't camp on top of this, but why would you want to camp on top of your Lamborghini Huracan anyway? Now, again, you've got more kind of side skirting over here on the top. Now, this is an important thing. Usually the air intakes are over here for the Huracan, the air will come through here. However, because you're off-roading in this car, in this vehicle, there'll be a lot of debris that will come off the ground. And in order to kind of manage that, what they've done is they've taken the air vents, they've kept them here, they've blocked them, and there's actually a great big air vent right on top of it. It will take in all important air to cool the engine, of course, and then these are still here. The air intakes over here are still here. They kind of go and cool the ceramic brakes, but of course that's more of a done for the effect rather than functionality, I guess. And then if we can come a little bit to the back, please. The back is particularly interesting as well, because you've got this very butch feel to it. So you've got this engine cover is completely new. It kind of goes really hand in hand with the off-road feel of everything. And then over here you've got the V10, the naturally aspirated V10 plaque over here. This is a little steeper. The back spoiler, not spoiler, what is this called? The back diffuser, let's say, it's a little bit steeper to give you that all-important ground clearance. Also, from the back, the car looks wonderful. I mean, all in all, it is a supercar that's made to rally until your heart is content. But don't take my word for it. Take the video I'm about to make for it at this wonderful Nardò circuit when we take this through its paces, the Huracán Sterrato. Well, Sterrato means graveled road. So what better way to find out what this car is made of than to take it to the wonderful gravel road in the wonderful, fantastic Nardò circuit. Now, without further ado, let's hit the road. Now, when Lamborghini was making this car, they really had to make something special. As the Huracan comes to the end of its life cycle, they wanted to really go out with a bang, and that bang, I believe, has been accomplished. So without further ado, I'm going to test this wonderful naturally aspirated V10, producing 610 horsepower, about 650 Newton meters of torque from that wonderful engine that sits right behind me. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1, let's see how this supercar made into a rally car does on this fantastic circuit. Off we go! And immediately you can feel that this is a car made for off-roading, even for a novice such as myself. Look at the way I'm able to kind of just drift it and slide around those corners, and without really much effort, you can really control it, have a bit of fun with it. Straighten up, let's get tight into that corner, tight, let it go, let it slide a bit, and then off you go. That V10, naturally aspirated V10, probably one of my favorite engines. And, you know, it's doing wonders here on the Nardò circuit, on this off-road circuit. Of course, it does have about 30 brake horsepower less, but that doesn't really matter, because when you put it into rally mode, which is a brand new mode that they've put on, it's actually kind of loosens up the stability control, and in return you get a very smooth ride, a ride that is very fun, a ride that you can literally do this with and then almost spin out, but not quite. It just is a wonderful car. If you drive this right, it is just fantastic. And when I say drive it right, because it's very easy to get carried away, it's so powerful, so you know, you gotta really concentrate, but when you do, it is just a pleasure to drive and so easy to control. I mean, they have just literally created perhaps the best supercar that has become a rally car. Fantabulous. Well, into 3 perhaps, so we don't spin out. And of course the dampers are a little bit softer on this one, so that you can really enjoy these fantastic rally roads. What a car, Hats off to Lamborghini. What an amazing car. Wow. Up, drop the gear a little bit, and off we go. Fantabulous. Well, earlier today, we did the wonderful Nardò circuit, off-roaded in the Sterrato. Amazing times, wonderful car, beyond expectations. And now we're here at the wonderful Puglia Coast. Well, I've parked the car over here. The scenery is to die for, as they say. You've got the sun gently coming down. You've got the boats neatly kind of tucked away on the beach. And we're going to continue our drive. Now we're going to be driving on the roads, on the coastal roads of Puglia, enjoying this wonderful sea view, but also, more so, enjoying the wonderful, the fantastically put together, probably fast becoming my favorite car of all time, the Sterrato, the Lamborghini Huracán Sterrato. One other thing that's probably worth mentioning is the fact that in Italy, when you drive a car such as a Lamborghini, the people are so proud of these car brands, you know, whether it's Lamborghini or their neighbors, you know, up in the north of Italy. The Italians are very proud of these cars. They appreciate fine craftsmanship. They appreciate performance, for that matter. And, you know, when you're on the road and they see a car of this sort going by, whether it's your right of way or not, whether you're in the wrong or not, or you're in the right, you have the right of way rather or not, it'll be their pleasure to give you way. They'll say, please go ahead, you know, this is the pride of Italy, so because you drive this car, you can go ahead and, you know, go in front of me, you know, overtake, whatever it might be. They really are very, very proud of their Italian automobiles, and why not? Because these really are some fantastic, fantastic pieces of machinery, really. And while I say that, we're going through some wonderful coastal roads over here. Okay, where are they? Have I lost them? No. Yep, my colleagues are in front. We're going through some lovely coastal roads here. Picture perfect, I must say. Now, driving the Strato in these little streets of Nardò is actually quite pleasurable. You know, I've got it engaged in manual, and you can really feel the comfort that this car has. I mean, despite the big wheels and the raised car height and that kind of thing, it actually feels more comfortable to drive in a city, in a rural setting. When you switch it to auto, which is very simple to do from the middle over here, the automatic gearbox is wonderful. You know, you get about 7 gears. It just kind of seamlessly goes from one gear to the other. It's a very, very comfortable ride. It's a very, very pleasurable drive. And, you know, as an inner city car, it's actually wonderful. Now we're going to take it out onto a motorway type, well, not a motorway, but maybe a single or a double carriageway. And again, you know, it's a great, comfortable car. You know, this part of Italy isn't famous for its smooth tarmac, but I don't have any complaints so far. The performance of the car is really, really nice. You know, the delivery of power in a kind of everyday driving situation is ideal, if you ask me. So, you know, put it all together, great ride. Now, it's widely known that this will be the last iteration of the Huracan, but what a send-off they've done with this. They've created the perfect balance between a rally car, a supercar, an everyday usable car, and what a pleasure it has been for me to be invited here and to enjoy this magnificent car that will definitely go down in history for being one of the all-time greats that has been produced by this magnificent mark that's actually celebrating 60 years in 2023. So it is a real privilege and an honor to be driving this magnificent machine, to be experiencing it firsthand here in the beautiful southern Italian coast. I have no words but to say, bellissima Lamborghini. Now, here's a little bit of behind the scenes for you. Right now, in front of us, there is a wonderful Lamborghini Urus in beautiful kind of dark red maroon color. I'm driving this lovely Strato, and I'm being filmed and photographed by the lovely chaps at Lamborghini that are, you know, hanging off the back of a car right in front of me. And then there's another colleague of mine, a British gentleman, right behind me in another Strato, and he's kind of, you know, he's now giving me the ambient second Lamborghini Huracán Sterrato look by kind of tailing me left, right, just to make it all look very cinematic, very cool indeed, I must say. You know, it doesn't get much better than this. In the south of Italy, beautiful day, even though it's December. You know, the lovely folks at Lamborghini have provided all this for us to make it a memorable, memorable day in a car that will no doubt be a memorable car and no doubt go down in history as one of the all-time greats. Mark my words.